Alright, we're live. Oh crap, I can already feel that I need a coffee. I literally just got home from a coffee shop, finished my coffee, and now my brain is like, oh, you need more coffee. This is so great. And a reasonable person would be like, oh, maybe I should just sleep like a normal human being. But who in the world wants to do that? Sleep? Cringe. Anyways. I have not been able to post anything this week. I'm still distracted by Dungeons & Dragons stuff. Probably this week I'm gonna finally like move on, but we'll see if maybe I'm lying. I'm probably lying. I got a few more ideas, and I've got problems. And D&D are all of my problems. Then I'm also working on some like digital solo stuff. We're getting very close to being done with like all the little projects I want to get done, and then we can move on to like studying and maybe, changing up the style a bit. We'll see. Let me think. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much all he had to do as far as starting words or whatever. So we are going to be drawing. We're going to keep working on what we have today. Let me pull up everything. Art, Chatterino. Okay, everything's up. Yeah, we're just gonna keep working on this. I think we might be able to finish tonight. I might go just extra long if I have to. Really all I have to do is just fix up the lighting, fix up some of the textures, and we should be pretty much done with this. Maybe get the guy back, the bartender in particular, a little bit more. Something about him looks off to me, but we'll figure that out later. I think the lighting is effective enough. I don't think it's too I don't think there's too much else I need to fix as far as the lighting. Everything kind of already works. Then I do have to color the line art as well to make sure everything like stands out. I really can't tell like the difference between colored line art and not. Like everybody I've seen does it. And then as soon as I do it on my own art piece, like I can't even tell what's happening. Like I don't see any differences in texture or anything. Sorry. I think I was supposed to get a package today, but I don't see any. I just noticed that I don't have any package in my room. But yeah, let me pull up the notes. Yeah, just a little more background lighting, final touches. As far as the background, I really don't think there's that much to do, especially now that I've actually done the bar table, given that a little bit of texture. And then I guess I really got to fix these people up front. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna get to all that. I'm not sure where to start first. Let me go to the layer. Okay. I think we need a sheen of light reflecting off the bar table. I think this is the color I think we're just using like this very, very vibrant green. Something a little bit more more dull. Whoa, way too strong. My package came in. It was probably just sitting outside and no one picked it up. Sorry. Just a little faint bit of green, just so we know it's there. We don't need like a super bright. Then maybe just one little bit where it gets a little bit brighter than the other. So you can tell the light's hitting that edge really hard, and then like it's softly glaring off the rest of it. It's like you need the place where the light is directly hitting, and then you also need the light where it spreads. It's, you know, it's faded. It's just more of a gradient. Okay, let's see. Let me also see if I can fix it. This has been bothering me quite a bit. Okay, this one right here. Why is the light so wavy? Is it because the brush is so big? I think this time it's actually getting fixed. There we go. So we are here. We are trying not to stress about the election. We are just vibing. Whatever happens during the election, we'll stress about it tomorrow. We're gonna simply vibe. I hope everybody's voted, regardless of where you see the political spectrum. I'm just kidding. If you're conservative, the election is actually tomorrow, and voting today means you failed. I'm actually, now that I think about that, that's probably something that could get me flagged. So that's a joke. Am I too nervous about Twitch? I always make that joke that like Twitch is watching me, but now that I think about it, I think Twitch is like known for having like no moderation, but such little moderation. Or maybe it's the other way around where they're hyper moderate. They over moderate. I don't know, one or the other. Let's err on the side of caution. All right, now the lines are all smooth up there, but they're a little uneven. They're probably... Nope, that's not what I want. I'm trying to flip them because I think maybe because they're not really perfect triangles, so I think maybe if I mirror them, I did the exact same thing again. Maybe if I mirror them horizontally, it's gonna look a little bit more even. Yeah, this should work. I can't tell if this is working better or worse. That's pretty good. Maybe just you a little bit more to here. Perfect. And then maybe this one in a little bit more centered. A little bit higher because I think it's too low. Okay. There we go. Now I think we don't have to mess with those for a little while. Line in the middle of the way. No. Don't move. There. All right, who's next? Thanks, Pikachu, for keeping the peace. Can always rely on you. How did that Pokemon song go? I will be there for you. I know the first part. You know, the wait, is that the first part or is that the end credits? The Pikachu, Blastoise, and they're like, they like rap through the first 100 Pokemon. I remember that. I watched a lot of Pokemon growing up, which is weird because I actually didn't even like Pokemon, like the games. I still don't like the games very much. I don't really get that those collector trying to think of the word. What is the word that I'm trying to think of? I don't have that like inherent desire to like collect all the Pokemon or try to level up particular ones or build a strategy. I kind of just grabbed whichever Pokemon I had. Then just like if I ran into another one that looked cool, I grabbed that one. And then if I didn't beat the boss, I just stopped playing because I don't care about the strategy. I'm just there to play a game. Strategy is for losers. I'm only here to fail. Trying to think if there's any other game that I play that has like any kind of strategy. I mean, all games have like some sort of strategy, but I don't know. Like I think like I have a very low threshold for whenever I have to start using my brain to plan ahead. If it gets too high, I just like quit. I'm like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. Like this isn't fun. What am I missing? I'm trying to think of where I should start, but I don't actually know. Maybe it's because Pikachu's distracting me. Sorry, I'm gonna have to ask you to step aside. Thank you. Let's see. I think it's because like all the things I need to tweak are like very particular, and I don't know where to start with that. I think we're gonna try to fix this guy in the back. Let's try to fix the barkeep. Or maybe let's try to blur them out. I wish I could just put like a blur over everybody and not have to make it a flat layer. I don't know why you have to like, you can't apply filters on Krita to like groups. You have to apply them to a specific layer. You know, it has to clip to a specific layer, and because of that, it makes it so I have to like make sure everything's 100% finished, and I can't tweak it at all. After I tweak it, after I put on the filter. So then if I find, oops, I have like this thing sticking out in the filter that I didn't even realize, I have to start all the way over and then go back to it. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to think. Think everything from here down. Nope, that's just a bar. Where's this group that I just made? Oh, here it is. Okay. This is the big group. Alright, we're gonna put a blur on them. Oop, oh, I need to duplicate it first. Then flatten this one. I might not flatten the background and just flatten the people up front, because I think that's actually more accurate, where it's like it's gonna blur the things up close and then keep everything in the back sharp. Or we're gonna try blurring this background real quick just to see how that goes. Yeah, that's the heavy blur. Hang on. The default's 5, so let's try to do that. Maybe we blur them a little bit. And then we blur everybody else up front a lot more. And see how that goes. Flatten them. Filter, blur. Then we're gonna really pack that one up. Like maybe to, where are we? Maybe like 20. And what if we pick up the blur on everything else? It's a little bit too much, but just to get a better view. We're definitely going to tone that down. Can you guys see this one? Oh, I didn't make a window for you guys to see the blur. Hold on. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, it's because I use Gaussian blur most of the time. Second. I don't know why I always use this filter more than anything. I don't know how to say Gaussian. Gaussian. So let's also do this 120 just to see how that goes. Other blur. It's a little too much for the people in the back. I think we need to maybe shadow the bartender's face a little more. That way he doesn't like because your face kind of, I think what's happening is like naturally we like lock onto facial features. Although, you know, people who avoid eyesight may be a little different, but I think it's still like, you know how like we see patterns in like the moon and we see faces on the moon, even though it's just like a random pattern that just so happens to look like a face. Like we find patterns, even when they're not supposed to be there. Kind of how like we swear that our like music playlists aren't on random, even though it is very much so just randomized. And I guess we just we look for patterns in our head. I think that's what's happening. Where it's kind of happening where you can see him back there, and even though like it's very clear which one's the more detailed and vibrant person, you know, this is kind of like one of those main character moments where it's like, can you tell where the anime main character is? It's like, is it the guy who has like more than 2 colors and, you know, really crazy hair? Nah, that's crazy talk. Crazy talk. That's just a normal guy. It's just a guy. And so we could probably leave them unblurred, because if I put on a blur, it's going to be very light, and I don't think it's worth it. But the people up front, I think it works perfect. Like that blur actually is effective. Sorry, I think I'm getting texts and calls. Just want to make sure no one needs me right now. My brothers are all talking about freaking magic. Magic cringe. Imagine being into things. Growth. Having hobbies couldn't be me. Let's see. What was I just doing? Oh, I was trying to figure out. Let's see. I was gonna shadow his face a little more. So what is this? Is this shadows? Yeah. Let's turn off the lights. There we go. Probably the purple mood tone as well. No. Let's grab the same color as this. I'm kind of just trying to make him a little bit more, not necessarily mysterious, but like I'm legit trying to like hide him. Like I don't want him to take up too much of the focus. Sometimes it's like you can kind of like hide or not call too much attention to people if you like know how to hide them. I'm saying this all wrong, but I'll get to my point in a bit. Okay. You can kind of imply figures a lot whenever you leave things rough and unclear, and people's like brains will make those connections, like that pattern finding thing I was talking about earlier. You can really take advantage of that as an artist, and I mean, kind of all art is taking advantage of that, like pattern finding recognition. Like we're like all like trying to figure out ways to like make you believe the lighting is here, the shadow is here, even though it's all like made up in our like canvases. None of these people actually exist, but you can tell like what I'm going for. Like you can tell that there's supposed to be a person here because you see the face, you see the mouth. So clearly there's a person there, but it's all an illusion. Who is real? Is water really wet? No one really knows. No, maybe I'm going a bit too far. Let's leave at least like the forehead clear. There it goes. All right, let's see if all the lighting will hide him a bit more. Yeah, I think that's good. I think I can dial it back just a bit. Ooh, hold on. Simple, only the current layer. That way I'm not just painting over it. Hang on. Why does he look sleepy now? Oh, it's probably because I chose the wrong color, didn't I? Something wrong with my brush? Why is it doing that? opacity is at 100%. What color am I grabbing? Why is that happening? Oh, it's because of the shadows on top. Okay, I see. Now I'm all there. Sometimes it takes a little while for me to figure out even my own setup. I want like somewhere halfway in between this. There we go. Just a little bit of the upper eyelid so it's not completely cast in shadow. So you can tell it's a little bit more of a lighting thing rather than a stylistic choice. Or at least I'm trying to imply that. And then the shadow completely covers it anyways. You know what? I think that's good. I think that's fine. I don't mind it. I think this is a little better. I changed my mind. This is not better. This is not better. This is bad. This is terrible. This is the worst thing I've ever done. There you go. It's weird that that tiny little line does actually kind of make a difference from here, from this distance. Oh, God. I don't know why my eyes are starting to get itchy. Whew. Okay, then I think something else I need to do is also like darken parts of the background with some black. That way some of the crowd can get like a little shaded in. And by black, I mean purple, but we're going to make it a multiply, so it essentially becomes black. What if we just do like an airbrush? Just really keep everything soft. Can we not include the back? Or not include the, Actually, yeah, don't include the background is what I'm trying to say. What just happened? Trying to remove this group without removing everything. I don't know what that is. There's nothing on this one. So throw that away, throw away the group, and we're back to it. So, but instead I want to group around just the people. So just these two guys. This should be a group. Did that change something? Why did that change? Oh, okay, never mind. It just flashes. I think it changes, but it goes right back in a second. Sometimes that just happens. Okay. All right. Now that I got all these lads together. Why is it going through them? Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay. Here we go. Now we're just hitting them. Yeah, we got to do something very slight on these guys. Okay. This is a quick little bit of shadow. I do kind of want this over the bar as well, though. Hang on. Where's this bar? It's right here. Okay. So just like a gradient coming from below. There's a lot of layers on this bar. Oh my goodness. I forget what all this is. Oh, there's already like a shadow. Probably because the bar itself is like a really light color. Let me filter, adjust HSV. Let's try to brighten this color. Just like somewhere reasonable though. We're not making things crazy. Then we can really bring up this shadow. And what if we put it under like the sheet of everything? So this glare layer can go above it. That's an eraser. Okay. Yeah, that's basically all I can do from there. What happened to this one? Yeah, really make that dark. Okay. Oh, that's his eyes. Where does this shadow from behind Talib come from? Oh, that was always there. Oh, that's not even a shadow behind Talib. That's the bartender's shirt. Let me erase that a little bit because it looks like it lines up with like the line that goes that's on Talib's side. Hold on. I'll just show you because I'm having trouble explaining it. There's a rule called avoiding tangent lines. That didn't show up at all. I'm gonna do it all the way up here. And I need something brighter. Here we go. These two are lining up, so I thought they were like, there was a reason for them lining up, and there isn't. So I'm gonna try to make these just his shirt a little bit different. Just make it less parallel to Talib. Just a bit. Maybe make it a little uneven too, so you can tell it's like a wrinkly shirt. Nothing crazy. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, there we go. I also need to take him down just an inch. Just a smidge. Because he's actually floating above the bar right now. Never mind, that is something else entirely. What's this? Nope. What are you doing? Grab the layer. Thank you. I have an eraser layer. And that was blocking him. Okay. While I'm working with this layer, let me also make him a little bit darker where he goes behind the bar. Okay. Actually, that looks a little... Okay, I think that's basically as much shadow as I need before it starts to look a little weird. Maybe you could also make this background here a little darker too. What is this layer for? I think originally it was a little too dark in the background, and now it's too light, or more light than I would like it to be. While I'm tweaking this this like background shade, I am also realizing that his teeth are a little weird. I don't like the color that much, so let me tweak the color of his teeth, wherever those are. Is this a merge layer? No, I remember I did this all in one layer. That's good. It's good. It's real good stuff. This is his eyes. Yeah, there is eye. Can I just select by color? Or maybe I can just magic wand it. Yeah, that actually works. And then we're just gonna replace it with something just a bit more on the yellow side. I think it picked a very cool color for it. Like they're very noticeably blue, and I want it not so noticeably. Maybe this warmer grayish color. Maybe that'll pick it up. Go away. It's still a little too blue. Like I needed like a little bit more on the yellow side. So let's find a good grayish yellow. Something like bone colored. Just test. Okay, that's way too far. Bet if we pick it up on the lightness. Nope, it's still too bright. What is happening? Oh, this is a little bit better. Maybe just a little less bright. Do you only have two modes? Like, what is going on here? I think that's good. Let's see that from afar. Feels a little bit more natural. I think if we put a highlight on it, it'll look much better. Ooh. Okay. Now we're going to these two people up front, and I'm going to shadow them a lot too. Multiply. I'm gonna grab the purple shadow that I put on everything. I put that B word on it. And we're just gonna shadow them in. That's an eraser. That's why it's not doing anything. There we go. I'm gonna turn this down, don't worry. Till it feels like a good amount. I'm using a blurry brush on a blurry layer. There we go. Makes them stand out a little bit more, less. That's good. Just enough that it feels like they're there in, person. And they've got enough detail that you can tell like they're people. They're not just like random shapes and colors. And even like the this part right here where it's very splotchy and very randomized, like it feels a lot more natural since it's been blurred. So you don't have to like pay attention to like all the strokes and textures. I'm also noticing another thing I could be tweaking. This could use a little bit of shadow. What's happening? Am I on the right color? Yes, I am. Good. So I don't really have to do too much then. Just a little bit of shadow on these so they look a little bit more different. Or they don't look too bright. Because they were a little bit, I could tell like they were all just like one shade. Same here, I think this one's... Well, first of all, that's not even the right color. What's going on there? Sorry, I'm trying to get my brush ready. There we go. There we go. And then on this layer, grab the shadows. Bop, beep. Just a little bit of shading here too. There we go. That's just like the smallest bit of detail. Like it should not bring too much. It should not be too much of a focus. All right. Oh, now I think I need some highlights and then just the colored lines, and I think we'll be good. I thought this was gonna be a super long stream, but it might not be. I think I was a lot closer to being finished than I realized. But let's not jinx myself too much. I'm just gonna put this right on top of everything else. We're gonna choose something bright, but not too bright. I think this is a little too dark. Just go with this like just lightly green, white, bright white. So it still matches with everything else. Hopefully. What if I make this linear dodge? That does nothing. What about a color dodge? Okay, this does something. I don't know what it does, but it does something. What does it do? Overlay. Overlay feels a bit better. Just want like a square highlight there. Just a little bit on the lip. Can I also make his lips a little bit more red? It's always like a really fine line adding like any kind of red to somebody's lips, because like it very quickly starts to look clownish if you're not careful. But let's see if I can find that line. Sorry, 1 second, my eyes. Smaller brush, smaller brush, smaller brush. There we go. Nope. Let's try to select just this color. Just the flesh. There we go. That way I avoid the teeth. That color is way too bright. I need something. I almost need like an addition. Let's see if that works. What does that do? What in the world? Color? No. Color. Multiply. Ooh, multiply works. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Just a little bit of redness on the lip. So that was definitely way too much, but I was just playing with it for a second. Just a little bit right there. Maybe where it curves around, it gets a little darker. That looks right. That looks right. And then also the upper lip, but just very softly on the upper lip. Because this is where it really gets dangerous into the clown makeup territory. If you give them huge, lips, then sometimes it just happens. How's he look? Really hard to tell. Hold on. Deselect, 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 deselect. There you are. Okay, I think we need to dial it back on the upper lip. What the? Oh, that's because it's on multiply still. What if I just lighten it a little bit? Make it like a 20% opacity. Just like lighten this part. No. A little bit here where it goes back into the face. Okay, just a little bit more. Blend it a bit. Blend it, blend it, blend it. Okay. What if I do something just slightly more purple? I think that'll give it like a good shadow color. I'm gonna reselect. Just a little bit more of a shadowy color. That's not right. Let's try something a little bit darker. Maybe it's like this navy, but because it's at 20%, it's gonna mix it a little bit better. Oh, it is. A little too much. Let's try just the bottom. This is basically like a finishing touch kind of thing. Ooh, I'm noticing we're breaching into the teeth. Hold on. Let's fix that. Oop, hold on. I have a selection, but for some reason it's not blocking me from going over the selection, which feels like the exact opposite of what the point of making the selection in the first place. But it's okay. We're vibing. We are vibing. Select, deselect, vibe. Okay, that's just. I think that's just enough. Like what's the word I'm looking for? Detailing on the lip. Just enough detail on the lip. All right, back to this greenish color, and we're gonna keep adding highlights. Just a little bit to this ear that peeks out. A little bit to the earrings. The highlight. Might need a second one for the highlights. Oh, what? Obviously stay on the... Yeah. I'm really liking how this blending mode, the overlay is brightening everything up. It's bringing out a lot more of the yellowish hues. I'm kind of noticing that the green mixed with the hair, and it actually made it darker, which is kind of the opposite of how light is supposed to work. But with this overlay, it's brightening both of them up at the same time, and actually making everything like work even better. As far as like going for like the specific look I wanted. I was looking from afar. Well, hold on. Let me do a little bit more, then I'll See how it looks from afar. We're only an hour in. This might be a very short stream. Might have called it too early last time. No. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. That just means we have like a lot of time to keep adding and really finish it. Just appreciate the time we have now.
Hoy estás quizás más lejos que la distancia más larga. Hoy estás quizás más lejos que la distancia más larga.
This song kind of weirds me out. I think it's because the phrase is really weird. It's like a complete sentence, but it's like rushed through. And something about that's freaking me out. I don't know why words are freaking me out. Although I've heard of people who like, they have to listen to music whenever they're like working on stuff that like has no lyrics or no like really complex themes because like it really distracts someone working. Because it's not that weird. I used to like homework edits back when I was in college a lot. That's how I found out about Flying Lotus and a lot of those like really like nice beat producers that are like really relaxed, slow. I still love Flying Lotus so much. Still one of the goats. One of the goats. All right, let's see how this looks from far. Ooh, from here it actually looks a little bit too bright. Yeah, but let's calm it down on the hair just a bit. I think just like erasing it from this distance, like towards the center of the hair, leaving that like really dim, and then just like the edges of the hair bright. Because I still want it to look like a gloomy bar setting, and having like way too many like bright colors is gonna not jive with that. Okay. What else can we do? What else? I think now we should probably do the coloring the line art. Or maybe some of the brightest whites. I think just one last little highlight layer, and then we can move. And this is like literally like maybe just 2 or 3 things. So this is the brightest possible white. It's a little bit on the teeth. Maybe just a little bit here at the center of the nose. Maybe under the glasses just a bit. And then obviously the eyes. I wonder if I can... Just a little bit of like these like slick little highlights on the jacket for like a good sheen on the leather. And then just like softly blend them in by erasing it just a smidge towards the edges. Okay, let's see. It's a little bit of like a reflectiveness to it. Oh god. Let's use the black and white filter real quick, just to see where we're at. Okay, I could probably adjust the contrast a little bit in the like very, very final touches. I've noticed that on a lot of my drawings, even like the digitally made ones, like that last little step of like using the hue adjustments and adding contrast really perks up an image. I wonder if I can give you an example. Like I was noticing on Open Recent, I was looking at some of my older digital pieces, and like that difference is huge. It's gonna take a second for it to load, so I'm gonna open up a package. This is very softer. Holy crap. Does that show up? Oh, it does show up on camera. Sweet. Yeah, it's like a torn down cop car with like flowers growing out of it. And it has "Abolition is Creative" on front. It's one of those shirts for like a social cause that I thought would be really sick to have. It has like a good message. It has good art. And it goes to people who were previously incarcerated that work at the company, which I think is really important. Anyways, so here's a piece where I did like at the very last second some like hue adjustments and contrast adjustments. So this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looked like after. This is also because of a saturation thing, but this is just like the contrast. Like you can tell like it's a lot brighter, and all those like darks are pushed back. So even just that is good. And then you can get that last little bit of juicy color, just that juicy little bit of color. Like it's a really important step, a really powerful last step that I really think helps the image. No, I do not want to save it changes. So we'll see if that really helps here. Then you can like tweak specific colors, so you can bring down the greens, pull down the purples, pull up the reds. You know, we'll be able to work with all that later. But now, we can actually move on to the line art. Where's the line art layer? Here it is. He looks pretty cool without lines. All right, so right now he's normal. So let's try hard light. Because I know this one... Oh, that's the wrong one. Linear burn, I meant. Does that do nothing? Oh, it's because it's in a group. And then make that normal. Oh, is it not do anything? It's weird. What about, I don't know, divide? Okay, divide works. Okay. So divide worked. What about color dodge? I'm trying to look for one that like keeps those strong lines, but just absorbs some of the color that's behind it, basically. That's not it. That is technically what I want, but working it the worst way possible. Hello? Yeah, don't do that. Multiply. Multiply, I think, is the one that most artists use. You can see like here, it does become a little bit brown. It absorbs some of the color. But personally, I like to absorb a little bit more of the color. What if I like bring down the saturation just a bit? Or bring down the opacity just a bit. Let a little bit more of the color bleed through. That's pretty good. Not gonna lie. But let's try a little bit more. Let's play around a little bit more with it. For me, finding the right blending layer is always just trial and error, just figuring out what you want at the very last minute. Latent, that's definitely not. Hard light. Hard light does actually do what I want it to. You can really change tell the differences in tones with this one. Let's compare them. So this is multiply, so everything pretty much looks black. And then there's a linear burn, so you get a little bit more of the warmth on the face, a little bit more warmth on the softer colors. But you still retain those strong lines, like you can tell where the eyebrows are and all that. Then just lowering the opacity a bit. All right, and then I'm gonna I'm actually gonna take this out of its group. You're gonna make this the hard light, bring the opacity down just a touch, just so it's basically the same now. Did I just do the same thing? Hold on. Okay, let's take a step back. We're not gonna delete the group. We're gonna keep the group. The group is good. Group protects us. And let's see, can I color it, or is that gonna do some weird stuff? Like, let's say I put this very bright cyan, and then I just paint over one of the lines. Is that gonna show up, or is it gonna still like mix because of the setting that I have it on? Okay, it still shows up. Okay. So we can be a little bit more specific now. I'm actually gonna keep the opacity at 100. I don't want it bleeding through. And what are we gonna start? I think I want a brown instead of this red that's coming through on the glasses. Oops. This makes no difference, or it makes very little difference. I'm trying to figure out the right way to do this, but I think I might just need to make another group on top of everything. Yeah, let's just do it this way. You go up, we delete this. Okay, so we're just gonna like hand paint each and every line. So let's add some like hard blacks into spots that it warrants it. There's not very many places where it warrants it. I think just like under the nose, and maybe that's it. Then I'm gonna put like a dark green on the lines here. Something a little bit darker. Is there any darker green? Oh, this is like almost black blue. Ooh, this one feels perfect. I'm trying to pick colors that like enhance the shade that it's covering. So since these are green pants, I'm choosing like a very, very dark green color. Maybe I should use like a hard brush. That way we can have more significant changeovers. And actually, because the vest is also green, we can kind of just carry this over. Just gotta remember to leave the hand clean and the jacket clean. Here we go. Then we can make this glass something brighter, so it looks more like a glass color. I'm gonna go with like a yellow actually. Yeah, I think the yellow works really well. Okay. Okay, let's find like a nice yellow color for this, for these pockets and lapels. See something, because it looks like a very like a orange, a copperish yellow because of the brown lines, but I'm trying to find something a little bit more mellow, a little bit less saturated than this bright. Not bright enough, or a little bit too bright. I want it a little bit dimmer. Like if you put it on a green color, then the yellow looks a little mustardy. I need something like lesser than that. Nope, that just blends in. Way too bright. Kind of like that. It's all about just finding that right one, that right color. I think I like this one. Let's try this one. See how it goes. I'm gonna just also tie this into the shirt because I think it matches with that as well. There we go. Oh, the pockets too. I forgot that. And then I might choose like a second shade that's even darker than this to add a little bit more value to it. No, what? Come on. Yeah, especially in this section because I can tell like it's way brighter than things around it. It's a little distracting. There we go. And something a lot darker than that. Oh yeah, I like this one. This one works really well with it. Okay. Oh, my back. Big stretch. So pretty much my entire like theory while doing this coloring of the line art is just that it's all intended to losing my words. I'm just intending to like either enhance the colors that we're going for, or maybe flavor it something different. So you know, like I was saying earlier, like if you add a little bit of brown to a yellow, it gives it like a duller, more bronzy feel. If you give it more of a reddish, it's a little bit more copper. And then if you put it like a little green, it's a little bit more sickly, kind of like a mustard color. And so like I'm trying to find like the right balance of what I want for all that. So we're just individually painting each and every line, which is like an insane amount, to be honest. Like they're being basically painted in groups anyways. Nice. Okay. No, I need to find a good color for the... Sorry, stretch. For the flesh. Something warm, but not too warm. Like these, like not that's this bright of a red. That's too gray. Some just right. That's already the color. A little bit too purple. That's just black. Let's just take this red that I use for the liner and just make it darker. There we go. This one I like. And these earrings should definitely have like a different color, but I'll get to that. There should be no warmth to the earring colors. Okay. All right, then something like a cool color for these earrings. Yeah, like that. Maybe like this color right here, actually. Ooh, what's going on there? Why did I have this brush? No, darker than that. There you go, that's the one. That's like a real dark color. Let's try to do both, actually. So this color first, and then we're gonna do that darker color for the rest of it. For like the underside of it, so it can stand out even more. There we go. Just a nice little bit of values. Again, like I don't even know how much this whole like coloring step does compared to just like black lines, but it's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna color these a little bit, let it blend in a little. Something about just leaving just like straight black lines feels a little unfinished. It's like a step that I really can't tell like if it's doing anything, but that doesn't mean I don't want to do it at all. Like, hold on. I'm gonna keep this here just so we can compare them, make it a multiply so it looks black, and then we're just gonna compare them over time, see how well it goes. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Then we're gonna see if like it's enough to stand out from afar. Or maybe not even afar, just like from here. Doesn't make that much of a difference. We'll just have to see when I'm done. Oh, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. We just got 30 more minutes. So it was good to keep this a separate stream. What color do I even have right now? Oh, this is the blue color. Let's not use that. Let's use this color. This is almost like black red. Yeah. Stands out just enough so you can tell where it is. So definitely for the eyebrows. I need this. Because the eyebrows should never be brighter than like his hair color. Or more vibrant than the rest of the hair. There we go. I always like darker eyebrows than not. And so for the actual like hair curls, I'm gonna try to mix them up. So like we're gonna go like some sections with the bright red line art, and then some sections with the darker line art, and we'll just try to see if we can like make it match with the lighting. So like the shadowy parts get the darker color, and then the non-shadowy parts get the brighter color. The brighter parts get the brighter color. I don't know why I didn't just say that. I think this pretty much entire section isn't going to hit any light. Because these are like internal curls. Okay. Let's try getting closer to the face because I think these are really important details here. Oh, there's a tickle in my ear. This is one of those brain numbing parts where it's just, there's like no thought that goes into this part. Just me picking and choosing which ones just on the fly. Let's see. Ooh, I should probably also show you a digital piece I'm working on, but on my like solo ventures. Just kind of show off what I'm working with. Well, let's focus on this area still. I'm losing my focus. Sometimes you gotta just slap yourself awake a bit. Yeah, nothing over here is hitting light. So we're just gonna shadow all this section of the hair. After the hair, I think we just got the jacket. Then after we do all this lighting, this line coloring, we'll be able to figure out like how much this actually affects the overall feel of the piece. Because again, like I still like feel like I can't tell at all the difference. Like I know it's a step that a lot of people do, but like I think I don't know if it's like my lines are just different, if their styles are different and it doesn't translate to mine. It's hard for me to tell. And usually I'm pretty decent at picking out my flaws. Like I do it all the time. It's pretty pog. I love picking out my own flaws. But I really can't tell with this like colored line art thing. So we're just gonna have to shut up and just keep working. And then whenever we're done, we can finally figure out, is it doing anything? Did all this like past hour of work matter? If it doesn't, that's fine. We can still just have fun. No reason not to just have fun experimenting every now and again. It's not like I'm pushing off any other projects. The only thing I'm pushing off is the desire to play Team Fortress 2. And God, I want to play Team Fortress 2 right now. I've always been a big Team Fortress 2 player. I need to stop yawning. Bye. Why didn't I get a coffee? I still would have been yawning even if I had coffee, to be honest, though. That's just how I am. Mr. No Sleep. For sleep is the cousin of death. All right, let's see if I can just compare like this section here. Yeah, it does soften everything while still retaining the while still retaining the shape and the line art itself, without it, like it softens it without like removing any of the hardness of the lines, any of the solidness of the figure. Okay. Now we just need to do the jacket. Let me grab the hands too while I'm at it. But let me also get these hands. Let me get these hands. I'm gonna see if I can do something similar with that I did with the hair, where I left it brighter on sections that are facing the light. There we go. All right, let's see if I can get let's see if I can get this zipper of more neutral color. That's what I'm trying to say. Cooler color, I think, actually. I think I'm gonna cover up this entire part. Let me also get these little bullets here. I guess buttons is the right word. Better word. I need to stop rubbing my eye. Okay, and now I just need the color for the jacket. Let's go back down to that really, really dark red. So let's start simple with just going over these areas right here, where it's definitely overcast by shadow. So right here. This section here. Maybe just sections where it like really touches the light is where I'll keep it like bright red. Let's go ahead and give this a save, actually. Think about it. We haven't saved at all since we started. It's been almost 2 hours. Might even add a little black in some of these areas just to like really get some of these shadows dark. Or shaded areas dark. Have that. Give some of these areas a really shadowy line art. Really dark, firm line art. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Where's the beer? Is this part of it, the beer? Okay. No. Something else is doing something with this line. Which layer is this one? Okay, that's here. Oh, I guess the liner's always had this, so let's try to clean that up. There we go. A little less noticeable. Okay, back to the painting. Okay. And then just a little bit of black in some of these really shadowy areas. There we go. All right. And now let's get a little closer. Get a little closer. And then compare it to just black line. So yeah, there's a little bit of glow on some of the areas where I kept the light bright. So you can tell like it's a lot softer on like the jacket. And there's a little bit more of a value there. I don't like this line right here. It goes down a little too far. Let me try blending this a little better. Pushing the transitions a little higher. If that makes any sense. Okay. Okay. I think we're kind of done. Well, still need some like tweaking, but we're pretty close to being almost entirely done. Let me also make this a lot darker here in this little area. It's a red color. Okay. Just wanted to blend that in a little bit more so there wasn't just like bright green lines down at the bottom of the paint. Okay. Let me spend just a few seconds looking at everything, see if I'm into it. I don't see any areas that I'm displeased with. Everything's very, where I think everything is where it needs to be, where the colors that I want are standing out as much as I want them to. The characters, obviously the focus, the background characters are there, but they don't like take away too much focus. You get the bottles in the background that I think are nice. Nice. 1 second. Do I have a blur on this group? No, I took out the blur. Good. Maybe just a little blur on these bottles. Merge group. Just so they don't distract as much. Blur. Goosey and blur. How much can I blur? It's like maybe 10. Without the blur, with the blur. Without the blur, with the blur. Makes things a little bit less specific. And especially with the lights in front of it, it should kind of blur things in the background a bit. Yeah. I don't know if I got that edgy mood that I wanted as well as I wanted to. Oh, let me see. Do I still have that? We can throw this away. Hey, dude, where is that? Where's... Oh, this is the original. There it is. Maybe I could still add some of these texture around everything. I think just the face, I think, is good. Maybe some more deeper blacks. I think what I just need is some of this like texture around the image itself. Hey, bub, hold back that edge. That's way too much edge. Get him out of here. Way too much edge. What is this? I don't know what I did this one for. We can erase that. And then here we can see the contrast of everything. I'm definitely gonna have to punch things up a little bit because there's like no deep blacks. I think the darkest thing are his glasses and his beer glass, which isn't supposed to happen. Like his jacket and should probably be darker. But we'll get to that. I'm just gonna delete the notes now because we're pretty much done with everything else. Oh, I remember what this is. This was supposed to be like a guide. We can probably delete the lighting reference. I'm not gonna need that anymore. We're way past needing the character design now. So we can delete that. So all we need is just this because we might still want to look at that. I'm gonna keep that just for like posterity. Like I want to be able to look back at it and like, why did I choose this color scheme? Because of the palette that got released like half a year ago now. Or it feels like it's been half a year. So now all I want to do is just add a little bit of this like nastiness and grittiness to give it more of a grungy mood. Because everything is a little clean, a little sparkly, and I want to try to like push back on that a bit. With a little bit of a grungy texture, maybe some heavier shadows around the eyes. Just like a little bit more straight of a black on his like eyes and face. And under the neck. We'll see. Where's that? Here it is. Keep that low. You can pick up his shadows. This is just his jacket. Oh, I see. So this is like his upper body shadows. So we can pick that up just a bit. Pick this up a little bit, a lot more. Not too much. No, let's put this in black and white and try to balance it. That's too much. I think I like that the best. Yeah, that's a good balance. That might be exactly where we were earlier, but maybe I made a good decision earlier. You don't know. You don't know me. Is this a multiply? Why does it only look more purple? Or more gray? That's weird. And then these are the face lines that actually like make up the edge of the face. So we're gonna do it on this layer. Back up my microphone. The microphone doesn't even need to be that close. I don't know why I keep doing that. Anyways. Wow. My brush is completely flipped. My pencil was an eraser and my eraser was a pencil. There we go. There we go. What is happening? There we go. The hotkey wasn't working for a minute there. That makes him look like he has a beard. Oh my hotkeys are like lagging behind. Hang on. I want to compare. See if I'm doing anything too crazy. I think I just need to soften these lines over here. That's not softening. Let me delete this because it's getting in the way. Just like that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the only part that needs that. And then let's see if we can just add some texture to everything. So we're just gonna go above all the layers. Bit. Is it above? There we go. We'll see how this goes. So I'm not sure which color I want to use. Let's try it just for fun. Just doing it in like a bright green. And we're gonna do it with a giant brush. It's a big brush that we got. Classic, this brush. This is a nice texture brush. I love using this one. Maybe it's smaller here, like streaks around his head. I think that gives it like a feel like he's like causing whatever is his. Gives him a little bit more what's the word? Give him a more active role in this texture. We're gonna splatter too. Bah. We're gonna dial everything back, don't worry. Everything's gonna work out. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I barely know what I'm doing, but I still know what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm being a little goofy right now. Okay, that was just a little experiment. Grab his face. So let's try a couple things. First of all, really bright. Multiple. That does nothing. Or well, it's there. It's just really weird looking. Try burn. Linear burn. No. Luminosity. Interesting, but not exactly what I'm going for. Divide. Divide is really cool. Holy crap. That's awesome. What if you make it way more subtle? Ooh. I do like divide a lot. We'll keep that in mind. Oh. I think it's really nice as a subtle texture. By the way, I barely know what I'm doing. I'm just playing around with these things right now. Just seeing what I like, what I don't. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. And I think one last thing I want to try. So this is a fun little thing I saw. I experimented with this a little bit. I'm gonna duplicate this. So we're gonna filter. Let's see if this works. Just without me planning it well. Create filter map. we're gonna not divide, hard light, green. Man, which one of these? Oh, I see. Hold on. I know what this is. Gonna keep it normal. So we're gonna convert it to a paint. That's not letting me convert it to anything. Oh, I see. Let's try this again. So filter, edge detection, and then just press OK. And the filter mask. All right. Do I need to convert it? No, it's already a paint layer. All right, then we're gonna addition. Nope, behind. Obviously behind does nothing. Erase. Nope. Don't worry, I'll figure this out. What I'm trying to do. Trying to remember how I did this last night. Here we go.
We gonna kick a beat or what? We're gonna kick the beat. We're gonna kick the ill beat.
Okay, now we're gonna throw that away. Oh, okay, that was not great. Okay. So we're just gonna try it. I think you can throw away this edge test. Keep it there. He'll stay in the metadata. All right, so we're gonna group everything. Wait, hold on. I can just, now that I think about it, I can just go to top layer, new layer from visible. There it is. Yeah, I still have to group everything together so I can turn off the background. Now we're just working with the main layer, or everything as a single layer, and we're gonna play with the filter. So it means lock layer. I'm trying to work with this. My usual for an extreme saturation is 30. It's a little too strong. Definitely don't need it that high. But let's go like half that, so 15. Wow, like as soon as I turn it off, like I'm noticing how like desaturated everything is. But before that, let's actually turn up let's mess with the contrast. So that's gonna be in level. I'm wrong, it's not level. I mean, I think I can if I did the levels. Yeah, you can still make everything dark through there. But what I was actually thinking about is color. So the way I like to do this is I just put 3 in basically the straight line, almost like the default, and then specifically tweak these 3. Hang on a second. Just making sure it's on camera. Okay, yeah, you can see what I'm talking about. So I really like to tweak these 3. And I think of them as like, this is where all the shadows are. So we're gonna bring those down, make everything a little darker. These are, I think of the midtones. These technically aren't, but just playing around with them a bit. Wow, he is very bright there. You can add more to play around with it too. And make sure to make it into a filter mask so you can tweak it later. Just in case you decide you don't like how you did it. Not super into this one. I do like how bright he is in some sections, but it's a little too much. So we're gonna pull that back up. Gonna delete this one. Pop. Gonna delete that one. Pop. Delete that one. Pop. Okay, properties. So turn this back down. Brighten it up a little bit. Just pull down the shadows just a hint. Then the midtones. Can't tell if I want them brighter or darker. I mean, just like right there. Then pulling down, making the highlights and the shadows inverts it. I think I found the one I want. That is crazy. Wow, that's crazy. So this is default. So pulling it this way makes the highlights better saturation, and it doesn't really tweak it too much, especially if you do it lightly, it doesn't like break anything. So let's check this out. Here, all it did was just bring up the lights. I'm gonna put this above everything, so we can do the black and white now. So before, after, before, after, before, after, just makes him and the lights a little bit brighter. And I think it really puts out the contrast on him specifically. Like he is extremely like the focus now. Well, let me keep that back up there. And then we can play with the saturation. That's the saturation at the very end. So let's go back to 15. Let's just check that real quick. Does that do anything to this? It should. It does. Yeah, it does. It makes a tiny tweak to this black and white. I would say that's still a little too strong. So let's just go 10. We're just gonna keep going step down, step down. because I like doing it starting from a really high, then going backwards, because you can tell the difference, and then you can slowly put it down to where it's a little bit more subtle. Whereas if you start, low, you go to straight from a 0 saturation to 5 saturation, you won't be able to tell the difference until you're like way past 10, and then you won't even recognize the difference between like what the 5 looked like. So you first doing it from doing it a ridiculous saturation first kind of gives you a better sense of what's changing in the picture. So like which parts are getting saturated more. And then from there you can dial back those. So like the yellow is obviously a very saturated part of his color palette, because that's a very bright yellow. So whenever you make it extreme to 30, you'll really be able to tell that yellow is blinding. Then you can dial it back from there. You'll be able to pick out which color to look out for, to know which one's like, okay, no matter which saturation we pick, we need to make sure that color doesn't get out of control. And then you can like dial in the subtlety. Like here, we're getting real close to reasonable. I'm gonna check 5, and then we're gonna see if that's noticeable. Not 105, please. I'm begging you, not 105. That might just be perfect, because like that really just makes like the lips a little bit rosier, the eyes a little bit yellower. Let's try like somewhere in between the 7. See if that makes any noise. I pressed cancel. Okay. Then maybe one last thing before I call it done. I'm gonna do that same like randomish texture, but I'm gonna do it in black this time, so we can get like a little bit more contrast, a little bit more, I don't know, variety, I guess. Let's go with my good old favorite texture brush, this like canvas texture. Then obviously we're gonna dial this back. We're not trying to hide everybody. I'm splatting everybody now. We're dialing this back, don't worry. Nah. I don't like this. Yeah, adding black was not a good idea there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call this done. Yeah, we're gonna call this done. Now, as much as I like crap talking myself, just talking mad junk about my own art, I really think I'm getting a lot better at this, at rendering out colors and shadow. Especially with how I'm like handling lighting. And then since the next ones are going to be a few more like practice pieces, we're just going to be going back to like studying other artists for a little while, and then go back to the vampires. Hold on, I'm just noticing something. We are gonna go back to that. There's still some like little things that I really want to like test out and work on. I realized I just forgot to add some white to his eyes. Not too much, just like a little dash of it, just so you can tell like it's his eyes. I kept them fleshy this entire time and forgot to add any white to it. You kind of don't need it, but it'll be all right. It's like 30%. That's good. Get enough of it. Sorry, what was I saying? Oh, just figuring out my process a little better. Still, my issue, I think, with what slows me down so much is I really try to make clean lines. And I don't think I need to do that. Even with the piece that I'm working on, that I'll show you in a minute, I still can't help myself. 1 second, let me get my signature. Why am I on a pencil? How does this? Yes, I like. Basically, for like, this is like the kind of a signature I would put on like somebody's merch if I ever got to become like a super famous comic book artist. And that personally, I think, looks best whenever you can kind of tell the shape of the name, and then also it has some kind of like artistic element that really makes you notice it. I'm gonna make the signature a little. Oh no, I'm in danger. The brand of markers that I use, Ohuhu, just sent me an email saying that they have a new product for sale, and that is dangerous for people like me. Where are we? What if we just put like luminosity? Yeah. And we're gonna keep it. Make you smaller. Come on. I like to make it sure it's not too distracting. But you also gotta be careful that like people can't just cut it out, so you gotta keep it close to the subject. Signatures are hard. I kind of hate that doing signatures, but it's like you kind of just have to in order to avoid like people who would like steal art, people who like repost it without your credit. So like you have to kind of make it part of an image, but you also don't want to put a giant watermark over everything. That way people can't enjoy it. Like I don't like hating people who do it or anything, but like it really sucks whenever I'm like enjoying a piece of art, or like I see something that's kind of cool and like it has like a great art style, but it has like their watermark all over it, and it's just like I can't even like really appreciate it because I'm so distracted by like the watermark. And again, like I don't think it's their fault or anything. Like obviously you want to protect your own art and copyright, but you know, like not to the point where it like actually like diminishes how much somebody can enjoy the art. And I mean, it's a tricky balance. And I think personally, like the watermarks that actually go over the subject are too much. I think the sweet spot is somebody who has like a name that they can write out in an artistic way, and they can just hide it in the background, where like people who like really spend their time looking at art, they can tell they can find it. Like I think Mike Mignola had a really great one. I think now he just does his M because he's so famous that he doesn't really have to do like his signature like a normal person would. On document saving, so it's not letting me do anything for a second. Oh, there we go. Let me just turn off. There you go. So you can tell like that's a very like artistic signature that looks really nice, and then it also has the names. Or if you ever want to like, you know, like who did this cover, then you look for the signature, you find the name, and then you could look up the person's name and find out more of their art. That's how like most of my favorite artists I've found. So having like that right balance. I should probably write my name, but anyway. I don't want to change my signature for like the 5th time. I think Greg Capullo also has one. A great one. Oh, never mind. I can't even read his signature. That is crazy. Is that his signature? Oh. He has a crazy signature. Never mind. Must be some other artist I was thinking of. Anyways. But yeah, my point is that, you know, for other artists who are in that area, those are my preferences. That's how I like to do it. Obviously, all rules in art are meant to be broken as you like. But, you know, that's just, yeah, if you want to hear from me, if you're curious about what I do. Let's see. I think we're done. It's the whites of the eyes. It's the signature. Yeah. I'm going to give it one last save. And we're done. And then let me go ahead and show you off what I'm working on my own. As soon as it's done saved. There it is. So it's still like really early. I think maybe like a quarter of the way through. This is one of my D&D characters that I played a long time ago, named Subat. She's a gnome. I think I made her legs a little big. We're working on that. I probably should have done that before I did the colors, the flats. But yeah, we're gonna be working on this one, and then well, not on stream. This one's just me solo, because sometimes I like working stuff on my own. And I'm also recording the process, so I'll be showing that off whenever everything's done. But yeah, this is another one that I'm doing. I'm really liking this one. This one's fun. Let me pull up. Yeah, so she's like a rogue. She's like a halfling rogue. Her father was like a brass, like a figurine maker, and was killed by assassins. Now she's used a mask that he made and goes out trying to hunt down the people who took out her father. She's hunting down the criminal organization. She's basically like a superhero, and I just thought it was fun. I like the mask. I thought it was. I think I have the actual original somewhere in here. Yeah, this is the original one. Let me take out the color. And also all the background. So yeah, this is the original sketch of the character. I can pull it down too. This was for like a one shot, and I just ended up really being pleased with the design. I think because I had a bad habit of playing rogues all the time, I wanted to specifically do a rogue that was a little bit more, not necessarily goofy, because it still has like an edgy backstory, but at least it like I had like the freedom to like play it a little bit more, give them a little bit more character, because it was like just like a little gnome girl, and gnomes are kind of just happy people. But like maybe there was the interplay of whether or not it was an angry gnome, an edgy gnome. What would that even be like? Would they snap out of it as soon as they I don't know, had food around? Or maybe that's more of a halfling thing. Anyways, but yeah, that's something I'm working on. Let me pull up the. Oh, I saved, didn't I? Oh no. Oh no. I saved. Crap. Whatever. It's not the worst thing. Literally all I did was just like move the reference, which I'm pretty much past using anyways. Let's pull this back up one last time. Take one good look at it, and then I can sign off. All right, and he's done. Wow, just like that. Thank you for everybody who's here, whether or not it was this stream or one of the past streams, or even if you're just watching it on the archive channel. I really appreciate anybody that spends like, I don't know, like even a minute just hanging out with me, watching me ramble on. So yeah, please check out my Instagram. That's usually where I post all of my art first. And you can also keep up with my life and maybe political opinions if I forget to shut up. That's all. I mentioned that's where I post my art first. I don't have anything this week, but I'll be working on stuff this week. Like I think I've had enough time to just relax, and now I got to start working on some ideas. Make sure to check out my DeviantArt if you're interested in DeviantArt. I like that website. I've been on there for a long time. You can see a lot of my old artwork and, you know, make fun of me for that. So, you know, have fun there. And then I try to keep it up to date. I think it's actually pretty much like up to date. I think I just have one picture I need to post and then it's up to date. Make sure, and then check me out on my YouTube channel. So I have 2 channels. I have the, am I on camera? Okay, yeah, I forgot. I just keep it out at an angle. Yeah, make sure to check out my YouTube channel. I have one that's a full stream archive, so you can just watch all the streams that I've done since the beginning of this front to back if you feel like hanging out. Or if you don't have the time, I also have a time-lapse YouTube channel where everything is trimmed up into 5-minute chunks, so you can just catch up and see what progress I made. And then when everything's done, which now it is, I get to work on the Supercut, which is really exciting. So that's all the time lapses glued together and then cut up into like maybe a 10-minute video, so you can watch the very first stream all the way to the very end in just 10 minutes, and you can see all the progress. It makes me look very cool because, you know, it makes me look like I know what I'm doing. And yeah, so keep an eye out for that. That's probably going to be going up next Wednesday if I don't get lazy, which I usually do. Usually I do that on time. Check out the commission sheet down below. If you want me to draw one of your D&D characters, Vampire the Masquerade characters, Fallout RPG, whatever TTRPG you want, or I don't know, like just like an anime that you had an idea for and you don't have like anybody to do the art for, whatever, or fan art. Like I do fan art too, just fine. I can do that for you. Just check out the prices below. Send me an email if the commission sheet is too confusing. Just, you know, we can talk it through and see what we can do. And then the very last thing is to check out my PayPal link down below. I'd appreciate any donations that you'd be willing to make, even if, you know, it's just a few cents. It just gives me a little bit more incentive to spend more time on Twitch and, you know, put a little bit more effort into it. You know, I like being here. This is fun. But if I also had like donations coming in every now and again, I'd really want to be here. Yeah, that should be pretty much everything. Once again, thank you for being here, and I hope you guys have a good night. Bye-bye.